Project of the day is a seat cover. I spent 11 hours in this truck driving yesterday, and that's my actual seat rail right there. Worn through the cushion, pretty painful on the left cheek, and the seat covers is just in generally bad shape. Now let's go inside the other side of the shop. I'll show you what I bought, and I was actually pretty impressed with them. But these are the seats, and you see my seat backs all in really good shape. The rest of the interior is in pretty good shape. The other seat's good. It's just this driver's side is gets all the wear. This is where you get in and out. But we got electric seats, so they're actually a powered seat, which the motor sounds terrible. So we'll be able to pull that out and get in there and get a look at what's going on with the screws or whatever, maybe lubricate them. And we'll take this switch assembly out. We'll have to unplug the seat. And this, they call this a 40-20-40 seat. This is all one big assembly that goes all the way across the bottom section, which are these rails right here. But the seat itself bolts in up under here, so I can actually get the seat out without pulling the actual rails out. So that's next. It's 4 10mm bolts, and this whole seat comes out, and then we can get it on the bench. There's two things to unplug. One's the electrics for the moving the seat, and the other is this truck is equipped with heated seats. Not that I ever use them. All they ever do is give you swamp ass. But we're gonna go ahead and hook them back up because it's silly not to do that. And let's go inside and look at what I bought for this. And I was able to get the bottom seat by itself, and I was pretty happy with that. And I got the foam too, so that's a biggie. Let's go have a look. The box was horribly mistreated. It came via FedEx, and it was just completely crushed. I wasn't too worried about it. All that was in there was a seat cover and a seat cushion. So, you know, how much damage could they really do using it as a football? It's super light, so they just got kicked around. And I'm sure they got charged dimensional weight. But I did order an extra fog light, but it was well packed. I've already been in there to take a look at it, but the box arrived in bad shape. But not too concerned. Let's look inside. I've already kind of unwrapped this a little bit, to check things out. I did order a fog light. This is a reproduction fog light, Taiwanese made. It says Taiwan Top 20 Global Brands Auto Lamp. It's a fog light for the driver's side. So I did get that from this outfit. There's the actual seat cover. It's inside out, so you can't really tell what color it is. And then here's the foam for it. And this is a high density foam. It's got the Velcro strips down inside, so your seat cover tucks in and has that nice tucked look. And this is the same seat cover that you use for the electric seats, and they give you a kind of a template there. That's where you cut that out with a razor knife to for your electric seats. So that's where your electric seats go. And then the bottom, it's got like I don't know what it is bonded to. It's like a jute backing or something. But this is where your seat shell rides, right around here. And they give it a backing so it doesn't wear through this foam as easily. And if you look at it, if you look at the profile here as opposed to here, they give you a little bit of extra foam. This is where the driver's climbing in and out all the time. And they give you a little bit of extra cushion there. And this is a high quality, high density foam. It's not like the regular foam rubber you saw down in the seat shell in the truck. But the foam pad is nice to have. And let me get this open, and we'll take a look at the color match, see how well they match the original color. Okay, well there's the new against the old. The pattern's the same. It's got the little holes in the naugahyde there, and then this is flat and plain, and so it's got these little side pieces there, and that's exactly what I have on the old one. But I think it's a pretty good color match outside of, I mean, it's going to make the rest of the interior look terrible, but I kind of expected that. But I think it's a pretty good match as far as color, and the styling is identical. The stitching looks very nice. And then this has the Velcro strips. These are what line up with that foam in the in the foam cover that I showed you is the other part of Velcro, and that's what's going to tuck you down, you know, here, 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 and here. That's what makes the seat kind of give that tucked look. So it's already got the Velcro already in. We need to find out where the heating pad is. I think it's under the cushion, but they said just peel off the old heating pad and glue it onto the new one with some spray adhesive, and I'm good to go. But let's get this seat out and get to ripping this apart. Okay, well, we got the upper seat out, and the tracks and everything remain. And you have to deal with two plugs. This is the one for the electric seat to move it up, down, front, back. And it's got the little safety on it. Make sure you use some kind of pick to get that out. Everyone knows how fun those are when you break them. And then the other plug was the electric or the heated seats. And so far, all I've found is a dime, 2 pennies, and a French fry. So that's pretty disgusting under there. A lot of fuzzy crap going on. I'm going to get that all cleaned out and grease all the rods and everything. I was wrong about the nut sizes. Those are 13 millimeter. So the seat actually has 4 studs sticking down, so there's nuts on there, not bolts. All right, and those are here and here, which are no fun to get to. You can get to them with a, I just used a deep socket, about a 6-inch extension, and then a flex head ratchet got me right in there. And then the backs are super easy. You just reach under from the back seat and grab them. All right, so that's all the innards of a electric seat. And like I said, the seat is out. I have the switch gear hanging out the side there. We're going to take that all the way out and plug it back into the seat rails, and so I can cycle them and grease all the screws and clean everything out. But we can get this in on the bench now and get that bottom cushion changed out. Okay, so I got the seat upper portion just upside down on the bench. So I've got access to the whole bottom of it. This is where, this is the heated seat portion of it here. Just 2 wires for the heated seat. And this is for the heated back. So I separated those. That just plugs into there. And this plugs in under the seat rails. And then there's my electric switch. It's just kind of an assembly. And with the plug. And I cleaned up my rails and greased all my screws and got it running where I'm at least satisfied. And the rest of the seat cushion just kind of snaps on. It's got these little hooks. I don't know if I can do it one-handed. There you go. Just kind of hooks on the seat frame. And that's all the way around. Everywhere. So it just unhooks. And then in the back, you've got this like a carpeted flap. And then it's got a little overlap goodie here. So let me undo all this and we'll take it from there. Oh, I do need to pull off this handle. This is where the switch goes, and we're going to use the old seat cover as a template to cut the new seat cover. And then we need to get this out of the way so we can strip it off. So let's get that. And then next time you see me, I'll probably be down to a bare seat shell. Okay, well, I got all the clips peeled back all the way around the perimeter. And started pulling the actual cover off. And there's 2 here. There's one, this one pulls the seat upper portion tight, and this one pulls the carpeted back on, and then there's like a belt that tightens the sides that runs across like that. So, and then the new one, got all the same clips, and everywhere. There's the belt. Same clips on the belt, and it's made in the great country of Texas. And same flap there to pull the seat tight, pull the sides tight, and then it's got the flap on the side, same as this one, flap on the side. So it's a pretty good reproduction. Now let's pull it off. I just wanted to show you with everything cut loose. Okay, so here you see how this is the actual heating pad. That's your swamp ass generator right there. It literally just glues down with contact adhesive to this foam. So I'm going to pull it up gently. You You've got a heating element in there, so you don't want to break it, but it is flexible. We're going to pull this up gently and glue it back down to the new one, which just glues down to this center panel right here. And you can see the condition of my old cushion, how bad it was. There's the seat shell. That's metal. That's what my butt was riding on. It's fatiguing when you ride on that for a few hundred miles. So really looking forward to the new seat. So let's get that heating element up and gently, and then get it installed in the on the new foam, and then we can get this old foam out of here. It's got some pretty interesting features on the back side. Back here, these are where your springs go through for your suspension on the seat. And this rail, all those springs connect to a rail back here. I'll show you that after we flip this over. So it's pretty interesting the way this cushion is molded. All right. So let me deal with that heater, and I'll bring you back. Okay, so we removed the heated seat. There's a hole in the seat where the wires chase through. So we poked a hole in the seat over here, and this gets glued down. I used CRC spray adhesive. It's pretty good stuff. 3M's pretty good too, but the stuff, don't skimp when it comes to this stuff. Spray it on both sides, let it tack up, smash it down, because if this heating pad gets away from you under the seat cover, it'll bunch up in the middle and probably overheat and melt the seat cover. So you want it all spread out in the factory location. So the swamp ash generator is back in place. We're ready to reinstall the seat cushion. And here you can get a good view. So here's those channels I was talking about. And then this has got this hook in the back, and the foam's in bad shape. It's splitting. But those slots clear these springs. Then the seat cushion just kind of hooks over this back. And it's got a sharp edge. I'm going to actually run a Scotch-Brite on a Roloc disc over all these edges. These are all really sharp right here, where this thing was just slammed together. You know, I can't believe the way they don't even paint things, you know, from the factory. And same here. This is the side where the cushion was torn, and that's got a pretty sharp edge. So I'm going to roll that corner over there, and roll that corner over there to try to give my new cushion a fighting chance. And we'll go ahead and get this put in. While I'm waiting for the glue to dry, so I might as well. You know, I don't want to do anything until that glue sets up. So I think a deburring job is in order, but it just kills me the way they don't paint stuff that they don't think needs to be painted. But look at the rust I'm getting even inside the truck. Just a raw piece of metal. Save a penny wherever you can. Well, here comes the part that's probably making me more nervous than anything. I have to cut a hole to match that. That's for the switch gear, and this is for the seat recline. And they do these seat covers universal to keep the cost down. They're not that expensive. And I'm going to give you the name of the place here when the video is over. But, if you can keep one item on the shelf that covers non-power seats, power seats, reclining backs, non-reclining backs, it saves cost, and they can pass it on to you as a consumer. So it's a good thing that they're doing this, but it's still a little nerve-wracking. I use the old one as a pattern. I use the flap as a point of reference. You know, it's got the flap that covers all the seat rails and everything. So I use that to center it in this direction, and it's just above the seam, as you see here. That's the factory cut right there. They just cut it. You can see where they pretty much hand cut it. There's nothing pretty about it. All right. But you can see the size of the trim ring that goes on it. The bezel is really huge, so it's going to be pretty forgiving. And even the lever that goes on here has got a big built-in bezel. You can see where it's way up here. So even if that's off a little bit, I think I'll be okay. All right, let's hack this thing up. Okay, well, everything's cut out, and I've already done a bunch of stretching and pulling, and I've pulled it in the back tight. And there's that little carpeted flap in the back is hanging out. And there's a couple more pieces underneath. There's like some underlayment. You have to pull back really tight. But now is the time before you start stretching it around the edges here. You need to go underneath and start setting your Velcro. And you get the white strip into the green strip all the way around and start tucking it in. And you get kind of a nice tuck here, here, you know, on four sides. And you know, keep an eye on that heating pad. If you've got that heating pad, you know, you can keep an eye on that, make sure she's behaving and laying flat, which mine is. So I think I'm in good shape. But I'm going to tuck in my four sides of Velcro, finish doing that, and then I'll start stretching it around the corners. But I wanted to remind you of that. Don't forget to do that, or your seats will be all poofy in the middle and look dumb. Okay, well, after a lot of tugging and cussing and pulling, all the straps are in, and I got the electric seat back in, and the bezel fit nice, and my handle's back in. I got the holes in the right place. I'm pretty happy there. This is the belt I was telling you about. This pulls across the back, and this one's kind of difficult to get in. Just like a clasp right there. So you get that one in, and this is the last piece. This is kind of a carpeted piece. This matches the carpet in the truck, and that just clicks up on the back and clips over. This is the one that does all the tightening here. So this one first, the belt second, and the carpet just snaps on loosely there in the back. That's just to trim it up and make it look nice. Okay, but let me flip it over and we'll look at how it's stretched out and how it looks. Well, there it is. It looks great until you get to that. Now I wish I'd done the rest of it, but I'm not going to go through all that for the seat back. Now, I promised you I'd tell you where these came from. There's a company called Geno's Auto Parts, Genos, Geno's Auto Parts, and they specialize in Dodge all the way back to the 90s. You know, half tons, 3/4 tons, 1 tons, interior pieces, exterior trim pieces, fog lights, running lights, you know, all kinds of cool stuff for your Dodge. So I'm pretty happy with the way these things fit. They've got a real nice factory look. I'm going to take some simple green to that back and try to see if it brightens up a little. Maybe it'll brighten up and start matching this a little bit. But you can see there how my Velcro tucked in real nice there. Looks pretty good. Can't wait to get it back in the truck and see what it looks like. But it takes a lot of tugging and pulling and cussing to get this thing fitted. Like I said, this side was oversized stuffed. I don't know whether you probably can't tell that it's oversized there. Yeah, maybe you can. This is where you're climbing in and out of the truck all the time. So they overstuffed this side intentionally. So this side was real tough to get on, to get it to wrap, and to get the bezel to fit and the handle and get everything in there. So it's a lot of stretching and pulling, and but it's worth it. You know, I think it turned out really good. Let me get it in the truck, and I'll bring you back one last time, and we'll close it up. Okay, so there you have it. It's a decent match. I mean, if you're going against from brand new to aged. But there's your trim. Looks nice. I just got done wiping them down. Got my greasy handprints all over them already. Maybe that's exactly what they need. The stitching needs some grease in it, and my dirty butt sitting in there for a while. And it'll blend in just like the rest of it. But new seat and seat cushion. I already sat in it. I sit up way higher. I actually had to lower the seat a little bit. These are the only tools you need. 13 millimeter short and deep, and a couple of extensions to get the seat shell out. And the rest of it is just prying and scissors and razor knives and stuff like that. And my total find for the day was 1 bottle cap, 3 pennies, 3 French fries, and a dime. That's all we got. But there's the carpet flap in the back. You see it kind of matches the other one over there. It just hangs loosely to hide the guts of the seat mechanisms. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, and I promised you I'd tell you where I got these, and it's called Geno's Garage. You can go check them out at genosgarage.com. There's an instruction sheet before and after for the seat cushions and seat bottom removal, blah blah blah. Remove the seat cushions. So it tells you all how to do it. They've got a video up on the website, which is I watched it, so I thought I'd do my own. And I even got a Cummins sticker for the back window of my truck. This is not a paid endorsement. I'm nothing more than a satisfied customer of Gino's. So real happy with the fit. Everything looks good. And after jumping in and out of the truck a couple times, the tuck is staying tucked. Real nice. There's no wrinkles. It fits really nice. It fits just like an OEM. Real happy with it. Okay. I gotta finish cleaning. That might give me a incentive to clean my truck now. Get all the gravel and sand out of it. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed reconditioning seat bottom.